Wonderful powder snow today, Droopy. I'm going up on the mountain to ski. Yes, nice dog, Droopy. No, you can't come along. You're going to have to stay here and watch the cabin. Come on, yes, he's a good dog. Well, how about it, old fella? Yeah. Come on. Well, let's see how the skis look. I'm going to put on the skins for climbing. You see, these seal skins have a definite knack to them, so that you can slide forward without slipping back. They stick right onto the wax, which is already on the undersurface of the ski. See, Droopy? The loop goes over the toe of the ski, and then you smooth them on like adhesive tape. So. Get the idea? All ready to climb. Now these attachments have a spring at the heel. This holds the foot firmly into the toe irons, so there's no side play. These straps around the ankle are mostly to keep the ski from running away if it comes off. Now, Droopy, you go back and wait for me. Goodbye now. Go on home. A moment at the top and see what this technique called the Arlberg technique means. It's a system of related maneuvers, all obeying the same general laws. We'll name them in order and examine each one in detail and show how they are related. First, the direct descent down the slope. This is called the Schuss. It follows what is known as the fall line. That is the steepest angle of any slope. Second, also in the fall line, but somewhat slower this time, the snowplow. This is more controlled, as the wide V-shaped position of the skis presents more surface of friction. Third, still more controlled, because of the turning across the fall line, the snowplow turn. Same V-shaped position as the snowplow. I'm showing you this several times over so you can get the idea. The skier controls his descent by changing his weight from one ski to the other and thus turning. Fourth, this represents still greater control because of the long traverses. It is called the stem turn. This is really a snowplow turn which begins and ends in a traverse position, that is, with the skis together. Fifth, with a little more speed, the stem Christiania. This turn has more body swing and more skidding at the end. I'm showing it to you in slow motion so that you can see the stem or break at the beginning. Sixth and last, the parallel Christiania, or high-speed turn with skis together all the time. This turn is entirely done with the swing of the body. Now notice that from the first elementary snowplow turn, which sticks close to the foreline, we progress through the stem turn with its traverses and the stem Christiania with more speed to the parallel Christiania, which in turn approaches the Schuss. All right, let's examine this Schuss in detail. Both feet are together, skis parallel. The skier cannot go faster. He's using the full force of gravity. His position is relaxed and springing. He leans forward. His knees are bent. Second, the snowplow. This is rather tiring and not often used, but very good for study purposes. There's one ski pointing one way and one pointing the other. But because they're equally weighted, the skier goes neither to the left nor to the right. His position again is forward, and his knees are bent. The points of his skis together. Here the snow is specially sidetracked, so one can see how little he edges his skis. In the snowplow turn, the position is the same exactly as the snowplow. Then why is he turning? Because he puts his weight first on one and then on the other of his skis. If he wants to go to the left, he weights the ski that is already pointed that way, and vice versa. Notice that he never jerks or throws his weight suddenly. It is a gradual application. First he feels the quality of the snow, then applies more and more weight until he comes around. Did you ever notice a sailboat, how it crosses the wind? The skier crosses and recrosses the fall line just as the sailboat tacks across the wind. Thus, he always remains in control. He can go faster by heading down the slope and slower by turning up into it. This maneuver is somewhat tiring because of the strain on the legs from the plow position. The stem turn is not a continual chain of fatiguing turns like the last one. It has a definite beginning and a definite end. This definite beginning is the stem or break. It reduces speed and enables the skier to move from the traverse into the neutral or plow position. Then comes the turn, like the snowplow turn, executed by the shifting of weight, and the end is the drawing together again of the skis. This maneuver is used wherever great control is required. Look how the axis of the body is perpendicular to the slope, and how the weight is always on the downhill ski. The skis are flat on the snow. In this stem turn, first the lower ski moves out of line, and then the upper. Watch now, stem, plow and shift of weight, then skis together. Stem, plow, shift, together. Here is a perfect stem turn, really one continuous movement. A well-executed turn always leaves a smooth, round mark. The stem Christiania is faster. It cuts closer to the fall line. It too begins with a stem. But the plow is not as wide and doesn't last as long because the skier swings his skis together as soon as he can and skids the end of the turn. This is actually called swinging. It is the maneuver used most often, the perfect combination of speed and control. Swing it, boy. Let's slow it down a little and see how it resembles the stem turn. The stem and the plow are only at the beginning, and even before he comes to the fall line, he has swung his skis into parallel position. During the stem, notice especially the preparatory drawing back of the upper shoulder before the swing. This corresponds to the backswing in a golf or tennis stroke. Here we see very clearly the up and down movement, which momentarily lightens his weight and facilitates the swing. The perfect stem Christie slowed down. Stem and plow are there. He leans even further forward as he is going faster. The parallel Christiania is still faster. He's coming nearer and nearer to the fall line. Let's look at it here very slowed down and on track snow. What has happened to the stem and the plow in this turn? Well, the vestiges of both remain in the crouch with the slight preparatory backswing and the up and down movement. This is pure body swinging. The skis are never moved out of line. It is also called a tempo turn or pure Christie. From the little starting jump, you can easily realize how this one is slowed down. It is 5 times slower than normal. He is actually moving at about 50 miles an hour. His center of gravity far forward on his skis. All right, now let's go through the cycle again. Schuss, snowplow, snowplow turn, stem turn. Watch the preparatory backswing in the stem and the shift of weight. Over the same terrain, beginning higher and ending lower down on the hill, the stem Christie. Watch again the preparatory backswing in the stem, and then the forward swing in the shift of weight. Beginning still higher and ending still further down the slope, the parallel Christiania. Watch what is left of the stem and swing. There's the whole picture, a pattern of a complete ski technique. I guess that's about enough of this talk. Let's get off these sealskins that we used to get up here. Turn and we go to down.